Good afternoon and welcome to Mayfield Lake Development here in Clar's County Mayo on the west coast of Ireland. My name is Alma Gallagher and I manage Clar ICH, and we are one of the Handiheat partners participating in this Northern Periphery and Arctic programme. Our role is we are coordinators of the communication work package, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to showcase many of the projects that we have completed under the auspices of the Better Energy Communities funded by the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland. We are the only voluntary housing association in Ireland delivering retrofitting programmes on behalf of SAI, and the principles of increasing renewable energy solutions and making social housing schemes more energy efficient and addressing fuel poverty in rural areas is our core principles and marry very nicely with the principles of the Handiheat project. We have identified some social housing schemes and some fuel-poor householders to interview today for our presentation for the final conference, Energy Transition in Rural Areas.
Hi there, my name is Sean O'Neill and we're here in Clontuskert today in County Roscommon. Clontuskert has a really interesting history in that it is a former Boardnamona village, the only one of its kind developed in 1952 in County Roscommon. The population of Clontuskert is in around 200 people, so we're at the heart of a rural area here in Clontuskert. We were really lucky to be able to take part in the Better Energy Community Scheme through the SCI grant this year to be able to have our home retrofitted. So just some of the measures that we got done on our home here included solar panel fitting, external insulation, new windows and doors, and all the other insulation work in the attic. So as domestic homeowners, we were really lucky to partake in the Better Energy Community Scheme to get grant aid this year as a family to retrofit our home, to bring our 1952 Boardnamona's workers home into the era of sustainability.
Here in Turin we have 7 houses. They are for the elderly. Recently we decided to upgrade the houses to make the houses more energy efficient, reduce the carbon footprint. So we approached Clar's ICH to help us to get this done. So what we did was all new doors, front and back. We changed the heating system to an air to water, and we also pumped the walls, and we did attic insulation as well. So this will make the houses a lot more energy efficient, make it more easier for the elderly people to heat and help them to save money. In order to get this done, we received a grant from the SAI, and we also made a contribution ourselves. So, without this, it wouldn't have been possible to get this done.
Good afternoon, my name is Barry and I'd like to welcome you here to the lawn, the social housing scheme here in the heart of Clar's. We in Clar are very happy to show off the estate here to the Handiheat partners. The estate was built in 1999. We decided to do an energy upgrade in 2013, which meant connecting to the gas grid. This made it an awful lot simpler for the homeowners to operate the heating system, and they actually found, as was noted by the manager here, Sean, that there was very little need for the solid fuel fire after the gas boilers were installed. So it cut down the need for fossil fuels and solid fuel quite significantly, almost to zero. The upgrade that was carried out here was carried out with the assistance of SEAI under a Better Energy Community Scheme. It paid for a substantial portion of the job, and the rest was actually funded by Clar themselves. They managed to increase the BER on these houses from a D2 to a B2, so that was quite a significant increase in the energy efficiency.
So my name is Mel Gavin. I work in IT Sligo in the Contract Research Unit. We work with communities, businesses and individuals, largely in the fields of sustainability and sustainable technologies. We've worked with Clar ICH for a number of years now, largely because Clar are a retrofit service provider. So one of the difficulties in the region is trying to get somebody to carry out the works when we have homeowners and building owners interested in energy upgrades. So Clar have attended a number of events here where we've brought interested parties together. Clar have presented themselves as a service provider. We've also worked with Clar on advising Sligo County Council on the Cranmore regeneration project. And in general, we've worked with Clar across the Sustainable Energy Communities network in Tourmakeedy, in Cloontuskert in County Roscommon, and a number of other locations. We're standing outside two houses that have been recently renovated and upgraded by Clar ICH. And this is a part of the Cranmore regeneration, which is one of the aspects of energy use in Cranmore was that there's been traditionally or historically quite a reliance on solid fuel heating, and a lot of that is coal heating. We know that's the case where there are households that have lower disposable incomes. It's easier to buy a bag of coal than it is to try and fill the oil tank. So that's something we would find in a lot of areas around Ireland. But of course that has impacts, as we know, on climate, but also probably more relevantly for the people who live here, on their health. So any improvements we can do to reduce that will improve obviously the health of the inhabitants, hopefully make them more comfortable, also reduce their energy bills and improve the area. So of the works carried out here, there would have been quite a lot of wall insulation upgrades, new doors and windows, and heat pumps, which are very efficient heating technology, which can work in a well-insulated house. So it's a change for the residents. It's a change that will hopefully make them more comfortable. It is a new technology, it's something you'd have to get used to, but it is definitely improvement all around.
Hi, my name is Pat Lavin and my company is EcoSmart, and we install PV and heating systems in conjunction with Clar ICH. In this case, we worked with a sun and battery, which was supplied to us by the electric storage company. We went to UUJ to look at some systems that were already in place with the electric storage company. We sent our existing electricians up to Belfast to get trained on the installation of the sun and battery system. They then installed 5 batteries locally for us on existing houses with a mixture of fuel poor and non-fuel poor. It's very important to us that we keep a local supply chain. Therefore, it's important that we upskill our existing contractors. The idea of the battery is to capture all of the electricity that's created by the existing PV systems to ensure that it's all used. All the homeowners have found a very good and a very responsive return from their investment.
The electric storage company, the name kind of gives it away. It's all about finding ways to reduce costs, increase renewables usage, but do that in a way using big data, and that is what electric storage is all about, giving people lower costs, cheaper but greener electricity. So we've been working with Northern Ireland Housing Executive from we started this company, because they're a key player. They determine social housing policy here in Northern Ireland. And they came to us and asked us to get involved with Handiheat, and we were delighted to get involved. What it allowed us to do is to bring our technology into play and to compare and contrast with other technologies, and most importantly have real customers, real families using the technology and understanding what that means for homes, what that means for budgets, what that means for usability in the home. One of the things we do is we set up smart batteries in people's homes, and we can set them up as clusters, grouping them together, and we were very keen to have the opportunity to set up a cluster down in Claremorris, because that would give us an understanding of that Republic of Ireland market, which was important for us, but also we were very keen on the societal approach of Clar ICH, the idea that it's of the community, because at its heart the electric storage company wants to bring cheaper, greener energy into communities, and a rural community is a perfect setting for that. So yes, it seems a long time ago now, we travelled down to Claremorris, but we were made very welcome, and installing the kit using Pat's people who we trained up has worked very, very well indeed. The advantage for the fuel poor home is that electricity, when it's provided by renewables, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that is A, wasteful, and B, it misses a really good opportunity for fuel poor homes. If you can store electricity, we can actually buy electricity cheap on the market, store it in those homes, and then people in the fuel poor home have cheaper electricity because it's smarter, and it's green electricity because it's coming from solar panels or wind turbines or anaerobic digesters further down the line.
On behalf of Clar ICH, we'd like to thank all who contributed to this video today for our final Handiheat conference. I hope you've gained an insight into how Clar ICH increases energy efficiency and renewable energy solutions for rural areas here in the west of Ireland. Thank you.